Hey y'all, this is Jennifer at Southern Junk Chic, and happy Friday! It's finally here, yay! But when you work for yourself, Friday and the weekends sometimes don't mean as much because you still gotta work, especially when you're single and you're the only source of your income. But at least it's Friday, so we can celebrate that. Thank y'all for watching. And if you're watching on the replay, remember if you're live, it'll say live in a red icon up in the corner where I was pointing. Otherwise, you're watching the replay, which is fabulous, and thank you. And you can type in any of your comments and I will answer them as soon as it pops up on my phone. So thank you guys. Today what I wanted to show you how to do was, and I see these everywhere, and there's lots of things you can do with these old vintage clipboards. And you see them at Goodwill. I think I probably got these at Goodwill, and they're most of the time they're 99 cents, but you can see them a lot at yard sales, and I get them at yard sales for like 50 cents and a quarter. But you can use these as they are if they look in pretty good shape and they're not rusted at the top. And I've seen a lot of people, and in decorator magazines, where they'll just use these clipboards and hang them on the back with this hook and put like a vintage picture or something, or a picture of your family or whatever, and just hang it on the wall as a collection of these. And you can do that. But I was thinking, me, I'm always thinking of what can I do? So I have like, I don't know, I've got like 10 of them. And what I originally was planning to do was take one of these and make this like a chalkboard where I could write notes, but hang it up and chalk, with a real actual piece of chalk, write notes or whatever, or chalk paint pen. But then I'm like, that's a lot of work, because how am I going to paint under this and all that goodness? And then I thought, okay, then you can decoupage it. I was thinking that's a lot of work too. So I was, and I may eventually do that. Hey, Barbara. But what I want to do is something simple for today. So what I came up with was, because I thought, I want something blingy to go with my blingy desk that I made. I don't think y'all can see it. We're calling it, hey, how are ya? We're calling it the Versace desk, the one that was hot pink with the black top. So I got some Krylon, and I already had this on hand, and I think that probably influenced. So I have silver and gold, and then I tried a little bit of the looking glass, and I'll let y'all see. But looking glass is what you spray on glass, clear glass, to give it that mercury glass, or if you can spray it on a window to make a mirror finish. But I was like, oh, what should I do? So what I did, I'm inside the studio, so you want good ventilation if you're gonna do this project, if you're gonna spray paint it. So I just got a box, a pretty shallow box, but I laid it in there, and you can see where I've sprayed it. But make sure you have a fan going if you're in your garage or something like that, or if it's a nice day, just do it outside, because you will feel a little good. You can smell it, and when you sneeze, you know what? It's probably going to be metallic or whatever color you used. So the first one I did was I sprayed this one solid gold, and I'm like, oh, it's a little too plain. So I took some of my Chalk Couture stencils and stenciled, and it's a metallic silver like this. So I don't know, it looks kind of white on the camera, but it's a metallic silver. So I thought, oh, that looks cool, silver and gold. And I used the ink on this because the inks in Chalk Couture are the ones that have the glitter. We have gold glitter, silver glitter, and then copper shimmer. They call them shimmers. So, because I wanted it to be a little more blingy. We'll see. And, if you don't like it, wipe it off. Do another design. So then I did this one, because that one was solid. So I thought, I wonder if I can play around and use both gold and silver. So, and then I got a spray dot right there. But I thought that was cool to do kind of the ombre effect. And then I just wanted to bling it up a little more. So that I put a stencil on top of it and laid it back in the box and sprayed on top of that stencil, and that's what I got. And this the stencil, I used the Krylon Looking Glass, and so I don't know, it didn't really want to adhere real well. It kind of gives it that vintagey look on the gold part, but on the silver it looks really cool because it's got that tonal effect. So just keep that in mind, and I may spray over it, but it looks kind of cool. So that was one of the things that I did. And then the last one, I had this legal size clipboard, and so I kind of ombreed it with the silver at the bottom and the gold at the top and on the back, and I love it. I mean, this is cool. So what I thought I might do is, while you guys are on, is stencil something in black. And I have this this Chalk Couture transfer that says I woke up like this and beautiful, and it's got the lips and the eyelashes. So I'm going to put some of that on just at the bottom, and maybe, you know, not a lot, because I love just how it looks by itself. And so that kind of is what came from this. So you can pretty these up. I mean, they're cool like this, but if you got a lot of stains on them, but if you're going to put a vintage picture, that's going to cover this up. So these are cool on their own, but if you want to bling it up and have, you know, it's ready made because it's got the hook on the back. So just some funness. And I wanted to say too, if you have not used your Chalk Couture before and you ordered some, make sure when you take your transfer off that you put it back, keep the backing, because that's what keeps it. Let me see if I have one. Keeps it, you know, it's what you keep it on to keep it from sticking with everything. And make sure there's a dull side and there's a shiny side. And I'm trying to get it where so you can see, and then it's easier to see it at your house and see this one doesn't shine. Make sure you put it on the shiny side, because I have accidentally put a couple on this side, and thank goodness they were small ones, because they're really hard to pull off, and sometimes the paper wants to peel, and it wants to peel a couple of layers of the backing. So you don't want to ruin your transfer. So make sure that you save the backing when you first use them, or always, but if you're a first-time user and don't know, I wanted to tell you this. So save your backing, because this is what you keep it on, and you can put it back in the package. I do, because you can see I hang mine on a pegboard, so it's easier to keep up with these. But you can put them in an album, a photo album kind of deal. Some people do that. However, it's easiest for you. But, you know, always keep the backing and put it on that shiny side, because you will get mad at yourself if you do the other way. Because I found a couple today when I did this. I let someone named RM use some of these transfers. Oh, this is still wet. And they got put on the wrong side. And I don't think she knew, but you know, then you're stuck trying to peel them off. So, but this looks so good. It's drying still. I love it. So boho. It's so glamorous to use and have around. So I'm going to cut this up. I'm going to move the camera down so you can watch me. And I don't know how the black ink is going to look. If it doesn't look good, I'm just going to wipe it off and leave it like it is. But I thought this was a fun little project to bling up some of my clipboards. And I'm going to hang them around the corner. I have some more pegboard for little memos and things like that for the studio. So I'm going to flip you down. So you can watch what I'm doing, and hopefully I can watch your comments. So here we go. I'll move my other ones out of the way. So, and I haven't used this transfer before, so I'm gonna, I wanted to use the beautiful and the lips. So that's, I have one that says gorgeous. That would be really good just this way, or kind of diagonal. So I may wipe this off and do that later, because you can even wipe it off after it dries. You can do that with the inks and the paste. Wipe it off with a wet wipe, spritz it with a spray bottle or a wet washcloth or whatever, and wipe it off. If you're working with fabric, if you heat set it, Now remember, you have to fuzz this, so, or it will be super sticky. But, what was I saying? Oh, now if you heat set any of your fabrics, that's pretty much a done deal. Now, fabrics are different, but any kind of surface that you can wipe off with water, you are good to go. You can just wipe it off. So I'm going to put it right there. I almost want to use my copper shimmer, but I don't know. It won't stand out as much as this black, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Oh, it peels off. Oh. It peeled off some of the silver. Shoot. Well, it didn't do that on the other one. That is maybe because this is super new. All right, let me put this in water. Then I'm going to put the lips on there somewhere. Now, it may be because this isn't fully dry because I did just spray them. So keep that in mind too if you're doing something like this on a spray painted surface. Now, you can't see that when you're looking straight on at it, but you can if the light hits it just right. So I'm going to fuzz this one a little more because I don't know if that's why. That makes me mad. So I'm going to center the lips right over the, and I'm only pressing it down in the lip part because I don't want it to pull off any more silver. There we go. Oh, that worked. That worked better. It didn't pull any off, but it's not super crispy clear because I think, well, maybe it is. It's okay. I see a little bit of a line right there, so I'm going to use this. And smooth it out. Okay, well that looks okay. That makes me mad about that, so I may wipe this all off and redo it. Not because I'm a perfectionist, but I love this board and how it turned out with the ombre. I thought it was so cool. So there you go. Beautiful. See, you can see it. But when you're looking at it like that, so maybe I can tell people to only look at it a certain way. So anyway, that was kind of my quick today project. I got a late start. I was working at home on my wreath for a friend, and I was glad I finished that up. And it turned out okay. It was kind of like a bubble wreath. I didn't do the long stretchy ones. Those take a lot of time and a lot of deco mesh. But well, here is this one, and that will look okay. It'll look okay. If I may have, hold on. Let me go get some wax. Some gilding paste, and I may try to see. I thought I had a silver. Oops. Oh, let me try. I'm probably gonna mess it up, so I don't know. But I thought I had some silver back there. Rub and buff. this is old. I think I got this at a yard sale or an estate sale, and it's they call it stencil paint cream, but I think it's what we now call rub and buff. I don't know. So that's what it looks. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna move you down again, and I'm gonna try putting some of the silver. Oh, this is all dried out. I guess I won't use this one. Let me open this new one and see how it looks. Here's one too. Oh shoot. This one too. No, that just dulls it. Never mind, I'm not going to do it. I am just going to wipe this off, spray it, and do it again. And I don't know why I'm keeping all this crap, because it's all dried out. It's the hoarder in me. It's the hoarder in me. Okay. I will show you how to redo this since you guys are watching. So there you go. You don't like it, just wipe it off. And this is the part that the transfer pulled off. So, let me put my other ones up. And I'll show you how to spray this. I'm trying to really spray over the whole bottom so it'll look even. We'll see. I hope that will fix it. And then I'm going to have to let that dry. And what I have been doing, sure it's not the proper thing. Just get a hair dryer. And boom. Let's see. Let me back it up. So it was right. Is that where it was? That's where it was, right here. So now I've got a clean slate, and I am going to give that some real dry time because I don't want to pull the silver off again. But I like that, the lips and beautiful, because that looked really good. So that's easy. This is how you transform your ugly old clipboards that you get at Goodwill for 99 cents or at yard sales for a quarter, 50 cents. So I love the ombre look because I had silver and gold, so I did it. But this is my real favorite one. I like it. I wish it hadn't messed up right there, but I may try to lay the stencil back on top of it. But it's cool. It's like crackly. And I think that's where I hit it with the blow dryer, and it was still had a lot of runniness, or paint, so it kind of blew it. But whatever, I think for my purposes it will look cool, and I think it will be unique. And then here is the one that I did with the Chalk Couture transfer, the real boho look. So, and this is silver. It may look white on your there we go. It's a silver shimmer. Let's see. I don't know if that's what shimmer silver. So there you go. And don't forget, if you haven't used Chalk Couture stencils before and you just got some, make sure you keep your backing from your stencil and put it back on the shiny side. And you may even want to get a pen and write the back on the back, just so you don't get confused, because it's easy to do. It really is. And you don't want to have to be pulling and tugging on your stencil and get it kind of distorted, because then when you go to use it next time, it's going to be stretched out of shape and it may not be the actual symmetrical image. So just be careful. when you're doing that. But that's it. I hope y'all have a happy Friday. It's almost 5 o'clock somewhere, so that means you can have a cocktail, an adult beverage. So, have fun. Have a good weekend. I will be back tomorrow. I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is I let my friend talk me into buying a crap load of these metal signs. And here's and not that I have different sayings, you know, welcome. I don't know what else I have. Fresh eggs, farmhouse, whatever. And now everybody and their entire family is selling them where I am and in Nashville. And so I want to do something to make it a little bit unique. So what I'm going to do is try to put some patina, or I don't know, paint it, do something with it. So it'll be different. These are so cool. I really like them. But, you know, everybody's got them, including Hobby Lobby. You know, when Hobby Lobby gets it, that's it. The phase is over. So I was going to try to do, I don't know, paint it white, make it look chippy, maybe use some of the crusty calcium carbonate paint. I don't know. So I'm going to try to do something different. So that may be my project tomorrow. So we'll be so glad when October 31st is here, when I can just go back to doing like 2 and 3 lives a week versus every day. It gets challenging, but it does challenge you as me to come up with something and finish projects. So anyway, and what? Condo size, what do you mean? But what was I gonna? If you're interested in one of my kits or any Chalk Couture products, I'm running a special through October 31st, and you can get a real deal, but you have to be in my VIP group. Smaller? No, that's it. It's like 12 feet by 4 feet, I think. I don't think I have any smaller. I mean, I can make something, but those were what those come in, and they're metal. So that's why I was going to try the patina. I thought that would look cool. And patina, I mean like copper, like the hammered metal desk that I did that had the distressed finish. So we'll see. But happy Friday. If you want my VIP group, send me a message and I will add you, and you can get a super steal on some transfers. And then I have some kits already pre-made. If you're not if you're new to Chalk Couture and want to try it out, these are a super deal. It's priced right, so you can try it, see if you like it. So have a good weekend. Happy Friday. Thanks for watching, y'all.